want to go to Scott Bolden, the former D.C. Democratic Party chairman. Scott, whether this is inflationary or not, I wonder what you make of the predicament Democrats find themselves in, where moderates and the progressives, seem like the Hatfields and McCoys right now. Neither is budging to the other. What do you make of it?
Well, you've got negotiations, and I got to tell you, everyone wants to hold their ground, but there's a deal to be had, because if they don't cut a deal, right, this will pour into the lack of confidence by their own Democratic voters in 2022 as well as 2024. Remember, we're coming off Afghanistan. There are about 5 or 6 crises since Afghanistan that the Biden administration is dealing with. And so we knew that the progressives had stopped or had been waiting for this opportunity to take a stand. You got the moderates there who say, listen, we've all got to get reelected to elect more Democrats. And so those are the political discussions that are going on. Now, I've always thought that if you shorten the time frame, notwithstanding the inflationary conversation you had just with the with your other guests, I've always thought that instead of cutting the money per se, then you cut the time. So these these entitlement programs that the progressives want, instead of doing it over a 10-year period of time, even you have to cut some of the money, you do it over 5 years or 7 years. You actually cut both if you could get the moderates on board. I think the $2.1 trillion package is closer to what Manchin is looking for. It'll be easier to bring him and Sinema up than it will to get the progressives to come down that far. And so it's about blinksmanship, and we'll have to see. I wouldn't bet against Nancy Pelosi, but the president's got to be stronger. He's got to go to the Hill. He's got to twist arms. He's got to give these holdouts something else off the table besides this infrastructure bill, as well as the budget reconciliation bill. And he's just got to do it. He seems hesitant to use the power of the White House to whip his Democrats into shape, and he's got to exercise that power now. He cannot wait much longer, because his presidency in the next 2 or 3 days, next 2 or 3 weeks, will be over if they don't get this deal done.
You mentioned just the push on progressives to do this and maybe come up a way to make the price tag cheaper. Of course, if you limit, programs and benefits and all of that and cut it, to a 5-year rather than 10-year plan, the Machiavellian side could look at that and say, well, they get what they want anyway, because who's going to rescind a program that benefits, poor
It'll
people
be tough.
and rest? Right. So there's a strategy to that, and I get that. But don't you find a little surprising, Scott, the harsh criticism that Joe Manchin is getting from progressives in the party for being, a traitor, and he's being cheap with this, and because his package is only $1.5 trillion, and yet this is a guy who's written off on, if this goes through, $5 trillion in spending. That's hardly a spending fighter there, but he is deemed reckless for being so cruel. What has happened to Democrats when he is not welcome?
Well, I think he's welcome. We just don't understand him, because he takes this position, right, which is counter to the majority of the Democrats in the House and Senate. And if you look at the polling in one of the poor states that he represents, poor states in the U.S., West Virginia, the polling says that everything he votes against with this safety net, that the polling says that his constituents want them, Democrats and Republicans. I know he's in a tough spot, but he's voting against the interests of his constituents. Now, you can talk about inflation.
But more often than not, Scott, he does vote, along the party line 95% of the time. Now, he might change the debate, the complexion of the debate, and the price of packages, but in the end, he votes with them. And I'm just wondering if this intra-fighting, and treating him and then Senator Kirsten Sinema of Arizona as plagues on the party and pariahs, I cannot imagine that's constructive for the party.
Well, the margins are really tight. And so you need every vote if you're the Democrats, right? And so the Democrats love to stand on principle, but this is beyond principle and what you believe. It's about moving America forward, coming back stronger after COVID, and delivering on what the Democratic voters asked you to do. And that's why you got elected. I'm talking about the president and many of the senators and the congressmen. And then you look at the polling, and it shows that his constituents want what he's voting against. There's just some real disingenuous there when you say, I can cut a deal with the Republicans. Republicans, they're unified against the Democrats. You don't see any disunity with the Republicans. They're just the party of no. And we've got a real opportunity, close margins, to move the country forward as Democrats believe is what is best for the country. Now, 2022 is coming up. If you lose the House and Senate in 2022, and then now you're starting all over, you risk losing the White House. And so there's a bigger picture here, bigger political picture here for the Democrats that those who are intra-fighting just don't get. I think the Republicans get it better when they were in control of all three houses, despite their own challenges as the party of no.
Just to clarify, you say the Republicans are the party of no, but at least 19 Republican senators were for the infrastructure-only plan. One other quick thing I wanted to bring up with you, and I know my producer man, but you're such a good guest, I did want to pick your brain on this. When the administration argues that this $3.5 trillion package, whatever it ultimately is zero cost, how the hell do they explain that? They're saying that because they've got tax hikes there to pay for this. That means that if I'm making a mortgage payment, I've got the money to make the mortgage payment. It's zero cost to me because I've got the money to make the mortgage. I've never heard of anything so asinine in my life. But what do you think? You're a very smart guy. You know numbers. That makes 0 sense to me.
Yeah, at first blush, you have at least some skepticism, right? But the reality is that if they raise those taxes, if they raise the taxes based on what the Trump for 4 years on the tax reductions, if you attack tax reform and you create revenues as a result and you create jobs, which is an expansive tax base, if you do that through the climate change legislation, then you can get close to a balance.
It would be the first time in human history, Scott. It would be the first time in human history it's happened.
And you know what? I didn't say it would happen. I said that's how you get there theoretically or conceptually.
I got it. All right. That's a very shrewd answer, my friend.
I'm a lawyer. Remember, I'm a lawyer.
I know. I can't battle that. Scott Bolden, the former D.C. Democratic
Party
Chairman.